break the law? That's right, we're breaking the law of gravity today in Mad Science as we explore the marvelous world of gravity-defying science. Like all forces, it's possible to create conditions that are stronger than the attraction of gravity. How else would it be possible to fly through the air, score a nothing but net goal, or even get sick at the tilt-a-whirl at the county fair? Gravity is just one of many forces that attract objects to one another. So today, we're going to learn how those forces can interact in fascinating ways and help us learn more about all the unseen forces surrounding us every day. Gravity isn't the type of law you break when you receive a traffic citation. Scientific laws are based on almost countless measurements of similar phenomena in different situations over time. The law of gravity is just a consistent measure of weight based upon the attraction of objects. Believe it or not, you are an object. Now, you're so much more than an object, mad scientists. You're funny, you're smart, you can make weird sounds with your teeth and tongue that bother your cat. But that doesn't mean that you're any less of an object. All humans, even my Aunt Gladys, are small objects compared to the Earth, which is a super duper big object. Because small objects are attracted to big objects, the Earth's force is pulling you towards it. In fact, over the course of the day, you'll actually become nearly 1 inch shorter as your spine contracts due to gravitational forces. Good thing it stretches out when you get a good night's sleep, huh? Well, mad scientists, gravity is a necessary force. It keeps us from floating away. But what if I want to float away? In that case, we'd have to learn about competing forces. A force is an amount of energy directed towards a certain object. Whenever you push a door open, that's force. If you kick a soccer ball, force. Mashing the red button on your controller because the little rabbit on your console game never jumps when he's supposed to jump, force. When no force is applied to an object, it responds to gravitational force. Think of the world around you like a motorcycle. It's filled with dormant or unused energy, which means when energy isn't being expended towards that object, it stays in neutral. But once you push or pull or kick or pick up that object, the energy is not only moving the object, but all the gravity around the object. If you move quickly or energetically enough, force goes through a sort of overdrive. This means that the laws of gravity become suspended. Check out this picture of a roller coaster in action to understand what we're talking about. Wow! There's so much hair waving around in the air! The speed of the roller coaster is so great, its energy is overcoming gravity, which makes everyone's hands and hair, and probably tummies, float. Here's a video of a few folks on a bungee mechanism that shows us the same principle in action. coasters and defies gravity. It's called centripetal force. Centripetal force is what happens to an object when its speed surpasses gravity. Have you ever run so fast it took you a long distance to slow back down? That's the kind of force that we find in roller coasters, bungee mechanisms, and this glass. See, I have a marble contained inside the lip of my glass. As I move the marble around by oscillating the glass, its speed increases. Eventually, the marble can't stop on its own, and when I lift the glass, the marble will continue to spin. I can produce the same effect while spinning the plate. Check this out. Now, I can even produce the same effect by spinning this plate. If I... Oops! My cup fell. Well, let's try that again. And there it goes again. You know what? Let's think. You know what might cause the cup to stick to my plate when it spins? Let's add some water. Like that. And then spin my plate. It stayed on for longer. Check that out. The weight of the cup with the water actually enhanced rather than impeded the gravity. Weird forces do weird things, huh? So, let's get weird together with a few gravity-defying activities that you can make in your home lab. Let's get right to it. All right, mad scientists, all those roller coasters and bungee jumpers have given me a need for speed. Mad scientists, why don't we make our own miniature amusement park ride to demonstrate the principles of centripetal force? Here's what we're gonna need. You're gonna need a pair of scissors, some tape, about 3 to 4 feet of wire, a straw, a large paper clip, and a worksheet. Now first you're gonna start by coloring your worksheet. I've already done that. So, then I'm just gonna cut them out. And now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start by taking our 3 to 4 feet of wire, and we're going to wrap it around something like a broomstick handle. All right, and then you're just going to slide that off. Very gently. All right, awesome. So as you can see, we kind of got this coil shape going on. Now, let's make a spinner. Tape a coin. Make sure they're either both nickels or both pennies. We're going to tape them to the back, right in the center of our emojis. So, keep that for both of them. Now, you're going to take your straw and tape the emojis together like so. So just tape them onto the straw. So just like so. And then, in the center here, we're going to slide our paper clip on like that. All you're going to do is you're going to take your paper clip, you're going to string it through the top of the wire, and you're going to hold the bottom, and you're going to watch as it spins its way down the wire. Check that out! Now, you might have to jiggle your wire a little bit, but check that out. Using the force of gravity, our spinner spins all the way down the wire. Pretty cool. And if you flip it the other way, it'll go back down that way because it's being pulled by gravity. Pretty cool, huh? But we're not done talking about gravity just yet, so let's keep on going.